And we live. What's good? It's Game Talk. I'm Gangster. I'm here with Brimstone, aka Digital Fracture,
Hey guys, what's going on?
RevTech,
What's up, guys?
and I was right. You did change your name before to Master Frylock for a hot minute. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And my man Blue.
How it do?
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Other than my internet sucking
I was
again,
to say,
but other
besides
than
your
that,
internet issues.
trying to remain positive, Pete. Jesus.
Dude, it's going around. You know the trouble been having.
Yeah.
I think we all have had internet problems in the last year.
I've had internet problems this week.
Ever since
My
COVID,
brother-
man.
I've had internet problems since the beginning of this show. Everybody can contest to this.
It's not COVID, not like COVID really, but like my router died and I had to get it replaced. You love to see it moment.
Anybody else joining us on Overwatch, by the way?
Yeah. Why not? I'll try.
Alright.
I'm just doing a speed test to make sure my shit can handle it.
The biddy test.
Because I am operating on one bandwidth upload locked. So, yeah. I might be dropping, even though I have a 23 up speed right now.
But is
on
it
one
just
band.
because the cable has to make a hard turn?
Well, so like winter can cause what they call suck out, where the signal is literally pretty much like strangled out of your line because
I gotta restart my game real quick.
the cold weather causes your coaxial line to shrink and to go in
Right,
downsize, right? So I was reading some forums where they're saying that that goes on pretty much all winter long. But then there's other people that say that like if you can just fucking get a new line installed, it usually works out. But like this is my new line and it's already doing it. So like I'm wondering if it's just not the tap that might need serviced. Either a new tap or a new line, but this is a brand new line that I just got from Lowe's, and it's a quad shield, and it's for some reason not having any effect really. It works for like 2 or 3 days where it's perfect, and then it just takes a shit. So it's like fuck.
Yeah.
So the next tool that I might be getting is a line tester to see like where the signal is, see if the signal is up or not. So. Stupid. Can't we just get fucking fiber already? Jesus Christ, suddenly. God damn, bro.
Fiber internet. Imagine.
That's all I want, dude. That's all I want, bro.
Canada
We
has
have it
tons
here,
of fiber.
but
Yeah, I was going to say, shut the fuck up, Blue. You've got fiber. I don't want to hear it.
We have fiber here, but it's put into copper lines. It's fucking ridiculously
Well,
dumb.
you have to switch to copper eventually. You can't have fiber all the way to your house, but you don't need fiber all the way to your house. You just need.
Well, via what is it? Frontier does that all through glass cable to your house.
Not all the way to your house.
Yeah.
Frontier. Well, no, Frontier gives you what Frontier calls fiber is it's literally a DSL setup with the node they put the node in your house and then they run the fiber lines from that node into wherever you want to connect the internet to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So maybe it can go to the house, but then still from that box, it's got to be.
From what I understand, though, where he's at in California, like that's actually pretty damn good. Where Frontier, where I live, dude, they are hot garbage, dude. They are the trashiest company out here. Like, in fact, it is so bad that their website for the city that I'm in is like literally been clowned offline. Like they shut the site down. That's how bad it is. But yeah, I mean, like I said, man, it's just I wish we would have fiber out here, like real fiber, because I know there's countries out there that actually have fiber.
Yeah, most of the EU, as much as I hate and I've said this before, most of the EU, even though I hate them, they've actually got their internet infrastructure on point because practically the entire EU, not just. I'm sure there's a couple of countries in there that might not have it, and they don't all have it like at every little village and everything. But if you're anywhere near a major city, they've got fiber there, and it's actually pretty cheap because they spent the dough. Like, man, that would be one. Fucking instead of fucking however many millions of dollars to Pakistan for gender studies and so much money to Israel, and then they sent some money somewhere else on the stimulus bill. Like, how about take fucking $500 million, $1 billion, and fucking put in fiber to all the cities bigger than 100,000 people or something. Like, and lease it for
I mean, what the
for
hell
cheap
happened to Google
internet
Fiber,
companies.
dude? I heard Google Fiber. They've rolled out Google Fiber in the Phoenix area.
I mean, they were supposed to get it here, but Time Warner and fucking whoever else.
AT&T for what happened.
AT&T, Time Warner, and a couple others kept blocking them in all the cities that they tried to put it. Well, not all, obviously, but in a ton of the cities that they we were supposed to get Google Fiber in not just my little neighborhood, but like the entire.
Start off in rural areas first, remember?
Yep, but
like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna start off in smaller areas, guys. I'm like, all right, cool.
But
I'm like, finally, and that never happened.
Cable companies didn't like that too much. Yeah, it's a shame. But hope
so
maybe
I see they added your flex roll that you wanted.
Who?
You?
Not me.
Well, you were saying that they should have a flex roll. You're like a while back.
Metro was saying that.
Metro was saying all that noise, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, maybe I said I wouldn't mind it. Well, I don't play flex, so I didn't really care.
Well, you said you didn't understand. You said you didn't understand why they didn't have something.
Oh,
like that
if I were making the system that they made, I would have included the flex roll from the beginning. That's definitely where you can be any three of them. Yeah. But
you get actual points for playing the flex roll.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
Suchy Philly.
I mean, we've talked about this before. The whole system of matchmaking for this, there's advantages and disadvantages to both. Because you're oh man, it gets super complicated. You're a flex player and you can only play one tank, and so then you get put in tank, but maybe the other person wants to play that tank, or maybe that one particular, the other person's really good with like Zarya and Roadhog or something, but you really need a shield, but that flex player isn't good with any of the tanks that have the solid shields like D.Va or Reinhardt.
Right.
And that can fuck up the entire team, even though the roles are still there and everybody should, it's team composition is way more in depth than just tank, DPS, healer. So, it's, I don't know. It's a game. It plays. It's still fun with friends.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it certainly doesn't have the following that it used to. Like, how many streamers are streaming Overwatch constantly anymore?
Right.
Shit,
I'm
man.
I'm probably one of the last of many.
Yeah, dude, I don't see very many, like, even PC Overwatch players I don't see on very much, I think.
Year and a half after it launched, I mean, there was a shitload of people that's all they did was play Overwatch on Twitch or wherever.
Yeah, I was one of them.
Yeah. And that's what when I was streaming on Twitch, that's what I did. There was a couple other games I played too, like one of the, not Call of Duty, but one of the shooters and Dota I streamed a few times. But mostly it was Overwatch. But then fucking, a year and a half ago, something like that, it just fucking dropped off a cliff. So, I mean, maybe Overwatch 2
I'm trying on Trovo to get it, I'm trying to get it on Trovo firing. But it's a smaller site, so it's really difficult.
Well, and fucking Blizzard really killed their game already knew what I wanted to pick. How about that? Blizzard really fucking killed their esport.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, like, what would be the word for it? Like, system? Not really. Yeah, I don't. The whole thing around the esport of Overwatch, they just fucking killed it with all their bullshit. So that I'm sure that really helped kill the streamer hype. But so apparently PlayStation 5 is not doing well in Japan.
No, because of the launch. That's why the launch has been shitty on all sides.
Some people are saying because of censorship too, because Sony is really starting to crack down, which is really odd considering how much money they've made
Sony,
on shit.
California, those fuckers. Oh my god. Sorry,
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, is
well, what didn't help was the fact that what didn't help was Sony did not help their cause when they did the whole launch of this, the way they did the how many consoles they have. I think they did a lot of lying to people personally, saying how many consoles they had. Honestly, I think they're fooling people. And it's also rubbing the wrong people the wrong way too, you can't fool the consumer, right? And that's what they're doing. They're making you believe they have tons of consoles and they're doing all these big glorioso things. But the thing is, they cherry pick their chips. It takes longer for them to produce their consoles. And also, like, Microsoft's too is struggling with their consoles, but they have admitted that it's going to be a slow tier launch from them for a while. They admitted that they're not going to get consoles out to everybody fast enough.
And everybody should have known this. I mean, these are the most ambitious hardware-wise consoles ever, and if they come at a time where getting, the actual physical hardware for this stuff from China and all this other stuff is more difficult than ever. So it's like, I mean, we already knew that there was going to be supply problems for a long time with these consoles, so this is not really a big surprise to anybody. That was what I call a pro gamer move.
Also, too, another thing, if you want to put in a factor of it, is the fact in Japan right now, Microsoft is outselling Sony for the first time in history of them because of what's going on with PlayStation as a whole. I've been told by people that they're outselling things for Microsoft stuff in Japan. People are just fed up what's going on with Sony.
That would be a huge loss because, I mean, Sony has had the console market in Japan for the longest fucking time. Like, Jesus, how much less did Xbox...
Phil Spencer came out the week of the launch of the Series S. They outsold 2-1 compared to Sony. They were just like, they couldn't keep them on the shelves fast enough. I think you're starting to see the tide change when it comes to consoles because people are just getting fed up with Sony's garbage. Especially in Japan with a lot of the censoring they're doing. I mean, can't blame people. People are going to vote with their wallets and they're going to show, like, you fuck with consumers that love your company and you keep doing it, they're just going to vote with their wallet. That's just how this goes.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting to see how they try and bring this back.
Well, they said there was 20 million. They said there was 22 million consoles coming. And today the shafting was unbelievable. Like the lies across Twitter and Reddit were unbelievable from Sony themselves. Saying, yeah, we have consoles coming inbound, making everybody believe there was. There was only, Best Buy came out and admitted that they only had 7 in stock. They admitted they had to cancel people's orders. GameStop only had literally only 20 in stock online to give to people, and they're saying, like, people need to stop rushing the sites. They were asking people to stop rushing the site. They had to take, every company's taken down their listings because of it. Because it's here in America, I'm even looking for one. It would be nice, but like I said, if I don't get one by like February and this shit keeps going like this, I'm gonna go somewhere else for my time. I'll invest in something else because I won't wait around. You know, you can lose my money.
Nothing wrong with buying one in a year when they're like, $350, $400.
That's true too. But I think this whole scalping, it's not scalping anymore. It's just people rushing the sites now. It's really that way. Because Walmart came out with a Twitter post saying they removed 22 million bot accounts off their website.
Yeah, it's not scalping. It's just not enough supply. That's how it is.
Well, I had to tell people it's coming from a boat. You got to understand, like, there's so much they can put on that boat. It's coming slow, and you got to understand that. It's not the old way where they ship it through a plane, especially right now what's going on with COVID-19.
Right.
Not going to happen. They're having to do new ways of shipping things to the countries. And it just takes slower amount of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hopefully things will go back to normal when it comes to
Yeah.
shipping.
Yeah, right, dude. We're in 2020 prestige level. That ain't gonna happen.
I don't know. This year's not that bad.
It has only been, what, how many days?
Yeah, but there's hope. Probably. I don't know, I'm just being an optimist, but everyone's like, no, it's gonna suck. So we're like, I don't know. We don't know that.
What?
2020. I said 2020.
2021? 2021 kind of sucks already.
Right?
We've had already so much shit happen in the last week.
Well, let's hope for a better year.
I think the
Yeah.
year will get good.
I'm still optimistic about the year,
Same.
I mean,
even
we're
if my
getting-
internet sucks.
I mean, I think this year will be good. I mean, we're getting good anime this year. Hopefully, good games. Persona 3, please. And yeah, it'll be a good year. For me, anyways. Everyone else, I don't know about you guys. It's fine.
Fuck everybody else.
Right? Everyone else having a bad year, but I'm still having a good year. I'm okay with that.
That's definitely a pog moment. Just saying.
You can't say Pog.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
you
they
can't say
banned
Pog
that.
anymore. Twitch went bannity ban with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, it's gone. It went
Look,
bye
Do
bye.
they even know what pog is?
Listen, PogChamp are the friends we made along the way, okay?
Twitch was just like, yeah, that's a bannable offense now if you even say it now. So bye bye.
Yep.
You can't say PogChamp anymore?
Dude, they
Nope.
even deleted the emoji, man.
Yep, they
Dude.
took it from the site.
And
They consider it trash talking.
No, but the worst part about PogChamp, the PogChamp getting removed, is Twitch is like, well, in the spirit of PogChamp, we'll find a replacement for it. But I'm like, yeah, it's some corporate replacement that's not natural. PogChamp formed from the community, not fucking some
Hey,
corporate.
good for
office girl.
Tracy Chapman, singer. She got awarded $2 million against Nicki Minaj for copyright infringement.
Shit. What did Nicki Minaj rip off? I mean, you know, besides
She
everything
ripped off
about
one
her.
of Tracy Chapman's lines from Fast Car without her permission, without asking.
All right, what a bitch. Oh, wait, can you say that now? I already
Well,
said it.
depends. Are you
When
on
was
Twitch
Nicki
or not?
Minaj's music? When was Nicki Minaj's music her own writing to begin with? Just saying.
Then like Nicki Minaj like go and fucking rip off Pitbull and fucking even though she works with him, but like he like I don't think he ever like really signed off on her using his music though.
Right?
She took off. Oh yeah, fucking David Guetta. Like she took his beats and then did a song to it and then called it her own. And got
Yep.
paid tons of money for it.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if she keeps getting sued.
Like the fuck is wrong with this chick, bro?
Blood in the water now. Sharks are gonna be coming.
Yep.
You love to see it, don't you?
Oh, I just don't give a shit about fucking Nicki Minaj.
I
Hey
mean,
man, other artists I like it take all of her money. I'm good with it.
Oh, fuck off.
The grind's going great, Demi. I hope you're doing well.
Yo, what up, Demi?
you may not be able to say it on stream, but I will forever support.
Well, you just
PogChamp.
can't say it. You just can't say it on Twitch.
I can say it all day long on
Yeah, we can
on
say it all
Trovo
day.
all day. Yeah.
I'll be the.
I hope
shitpost-
Trovo takes and makes it into an emote over here, man. It'll be great.
I'll be the ship posting crusader for PogChamp. PogChamp is now my religion. Sign me up.
There's an idea for you guys on Trovo. Go ahead and in my stream, go ahead and take yourself doing like a big open mouth face and then just call yourself PogChamp. There you go.
All you gotta do is just get royalties on that. Just get royalties on that, then have them take the idea. Then you get the money from them after. You see? That's how you should do it.
Yeah, see, this guy literally is giving you the marketing schemes. But I didn't see really anything. I didn't really see anything in the news except 6700s are coming in the middle.
Yeah,
of the
those
month.
are coming. No, there was a. Well, I mean, it's like how much news, right? Because there's a whole bunch of game stuff, but it was all like trailers and first looks and shit like that. So, King of Fighters 15.
Yeah.
That just dropped a trailer. Shit.
One of the games that I'm anticipating this year or next year, the AEW wrestling game, that got more details on that. The
PUBG
original
2.
No Mercy people.
PUBG 2 was officially announced.
PUBG 2? Oh, God.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see. Oh, man.
But you know it's going to be huge, so, you know, we're going to have to be talking about it.
Is it going to be huge?
Is it, though?
PUBG,
Is it?
PUBG kind of fell apart.
Oh, you cocksuckers.
No one really plays it very much anymore. Like, it's like Overwatch now with the community.
I don't know, man. I think their numbers are still pretty high.
Watch them put loot boxes and shit in that game.
I mean, I said it before. Stalker 2 got their quick teaser in engine. God, there was another one too. What the fuck was that third one? Hang on, look it up real quick.
Stalker 2. We're like, man, if Stalker was so good, why didn't you?
We got Intel chips coming in
no,
next month.
No More Room in Hell 2.
Wasn't that? Wait, hold. No More Room in Hell. That game's getting a sequel.
Yep, and it actually looks pretty fucking good too. From what the trailer shows. I mean, take it with a grain of salt because it's just a trailer. But yeah, no, it looks good. XP, you're hella quiet, dude.
I know. I am.
You love to see it.
And then Crytek just put out a job listing for some experienced game programmers, and one of the requirements is that, I mean, besides the standard, like, you know, have 2 years experience in the industry and blah blah blah, they specifically want
Wow.
It's not part of the requirements, but it was mentioned that it would be preferable if you have first-person shooter experience.
This guy Eclipse in the fucking chat is talking shit. What the fuck?
Fuck him. So, I mean, that's a pretty big hint that Crytek's coming out with another first-person. Wow, that was one hell of a fucking snap there, Moira.
So the Lobos taking on the Nintendo Switch. They're coming out with a Switch lookalike.
Did you guys see that shit?
Yes.
That was one hell of a snap. All right, Hyperoni. Sure.
Let's see here. So Dragon Age 4 exclusive stuff was revealed, concept art for it.
Yeah, but again, all this stuff is like, you know, way out there.
CES show is happening. After all, they're going to be doing like an online reveal part for it, I guess. It's going to be all online this year.
Didn't they do that last year?
I thought the whole point of CES was to get you to try out cool new tech.
Right.
Each company's going to have their own live presentation for the people and for the investors and whatnot.
Yeah, but at that point, it's like, what's the point? Because, like Blue said, the whole point. What's up, JC? The whole point of having the live CES show is that, like, as bad as they are, Games Press and other, you know, like Gamers Nexus or Linus Tech Tips or whoever else, you know, if Intel's showcasing a new CPU and they're putting up benchmarks and shit, well, like, the whole point is that Linus is there and he can actually play with it and see what's up. Like, that was the whole thing with 2 years ago when Intel had a fucking AC unit the size of goddamn my car cooling the 10900K or whatever the fuck it was so that it could reach 5 gigahertz all core. Right? They had it's not technically subambient because it's not but what do they call phase change? They had phase change cooling running. Not even water cooling, but phase change. It's literally an AC unit basically. And the fucking thing was honking, dude. Honking. So that this thing would roll 5 or 5.1 gigahertz all core on their fucking and hit their benchmark numbers
Hey,
that
man,
they were going
do you
for.
not know Intel's going for 6 gigahertz all for cores?
But this is my point though. The only reason that people found that out was because it was a physical demonstration and like Gamers Nexus and Linus were like, hey, why are these two giant ass hoses coming off the back of this case and going underneath this table where it's all covered up with a drape? Like, you know what I mean? If all it was a fucking screen cap of the benchmarks, like, you'd never know. So, like, this is no different than Intel just releasing, you know, either benchmark video or numbers or whatever, and without anybody yet having the chip to physically test it. And so we don't know, like, nobody's gonna know exactly what's going on with any of this shit. Like, yeah, it's,
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, it'll still be interesting, and we'll still be able to see, you know, some cool new tech and whatever. But yeah, I mean, basically, this will just be press releases from all these companies, and yeah, so kind of defeats the whole point of doing something like CES. I mean, that was the whole point of. Oh, good God, what's the big games show?
E3.
E3, yeah, the whole point of E3 was that people actually got to physically be there and play the games that were being, you know, the ones that could be played, right? Obviously, they'd have trailers and stuff too, but of the games that were in playable condition, they'd have, you know, test systems set up to where people could just sit there and play the game. But I don't know.
Not anymore, because, yeah, magic hadn't happened.
Well, I think they're having to adapt because of COVID-19 and
Sure.
what they don't want crowds and shit.
Yeah, that's absolutely why they're doing it. But my whole point is like that kind of almost defeats the whole purpose, except for you still get to see the stuff. Fair enough, but then it's just it's just a press release by these companies. We still don't know anything about the stuff really.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, JC, LOL, he forgot E3. It's over. E3 is officially irrelevant. Dude, E3's been irrelevant for a long ass time. But, what do you even say? Like,
It's just gonna be a tech demo, and also I always like those like CES because you can see all that cool shit AI in person, people doing shit, but now you can't. So it's like, oh. Kind of blows, to be honest.
well, too much
'Cause, you know, I want
cowabunga.
to be able to verify and see my AI overlords before they inevitably take over the world and all that stuff, right?
I know.
We have to verify our AI overlords. Just make sure.
I mean, I would never disparage the AI overlords in stream. Like, who would do such a thing? That would just be
Never.
evil.
Never. I'm not that type of person. Never. I do not condone. Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be an interesting year for gaming. Like, it could totally have a resurgence, and we could see, like, because now would be the perfect time to release, you know, a really good indie game or I mean AAA or whatever. I mean just a really good game that's, you know, got a lot of hours that you can put into it because people have the downtime. I mean, I know hardware is having a tough time, but you know that happens, and people get over it. I mean, as long as your game doesn't require the newest shit. Cough, Cyberpunk.
Well, I'm gonna be enjoying a lot of the old games this year more than anything, really.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going through a bunch of older stuff in my library.
Even if I get a PlayStation, it's gonna be for the older stuff like Ghost of Tsushima, things like that.
Yeah, I didn't remember to buy that one on the Steam sale. Kind of pissed about that.
Ghost of Tsushima, that's on Steam, dude. You mean Sekiro?
No, I have Sekiro.
Oh, you do?
Yep. Oh, piss off.
I'm pretty poggers. Well, I mean, I already know what's coming out this year to play. I know there's gonna be a Dynasty Warriors Persona game coming out. I want to buy that and play that.
What?
Yeah, it looks badass actually.
Skeet shooting. So
It's
Yeah, it actually looks really good, actually.
a Persona game with Dynasty Warrior characters, or the
No,
other way around?
No, it's
Not
Dynasty Warrior like, but with Persona
But
characters.
with Persona characters. All right, yeah, I can see that.
I mean that's. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of lame. I prefer the Persona turn-based combat, but I just at this point I desperately need more. And also, if I got a PS5, I just play P5, and then drop it after I beat the game 20 times.
Ooh, nice ult, Rev.
Thank you, bud.
Fucking 4-stack. Show them bitches who's boss.
Oh yeah, let's go back and escort
Dorito
this thing.
munching ass, Mountain Dew drinking. Fucking E-Thought.
Dorito, Mountain Dew drinking monkeys, begotten boys.
Yeah, Jason. I mean,
So we were
Hades.
having this conversation in my stream. What's the best Mountain Dew? Let's go with it.
LimeWire, bro, but they don't even fucking have it no more.
LimeWire is pretty good. I thought what is it? Was it Spanked? Am I wrong? Sparked, Spanked, whatever.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm not a big fan of the kickstarts though.
Nah, I don't like those.
Fuck.
Yeah, regular was good. The Mexican one, what the fuck is the Taco Bell one?
Baja Blast.
Baja Blast, bruh.
Baja Blast is bomb. They had the blue and the purple, the dark blue and the purple for a while when they were testing all that shit. Those ones are okay, but my favorite was LimeWire, the orange one. That one was hella good. I can't believe they stopped making it.
You'd be getting that orange drink, huh?
Yep. Gotta have that orange. Oh, fuck off, Roadhog.
I mean, I don't have an opinion because I don't really care for Mountain Dew. Hot take.
Waiting for Visage to be on sale for console. Wanted to play that one since
Blasphemy.
I haven't played it, so.
And if you're not having an energy drink, a bang in your hand, or a Mountain Dew, there's something wrong.
That's fine.
Or a Red Bull, either way.
I mean, that's fine.
But hey, KFC's making it a reality. You know, you can have your chicken in the greaser. You know.
Dude, that's,
Yo, I saw me with
that
that.
is such a
console where it's
joke thing. Like, and I hear they're only gonna be making a couple of them and some other shit.
I saw a meme with the KFC console where it's like KFC console after playing Cyberpunk and it's just
The charred ass chicken. I mean, where's the lie?
It's pretty accurate.
I'm offended at how accurate that is.
Why did my house burn down? Oh, I was playing Cyberpunk and I decided to char my chicken. You know, it's great.
the chicken got too cooked.
Yeah, the chicken got too cooked, so it started a house fire, bro. The grease just started a house fire, bro. You know, they gotta have insurance. And then the the firefighter goes, no, you don't.
Oh,
Do you have KFC insurance? I've been asking for that.
I don't think this console's gonna end out very well.
what's up,
What are you
Bonanza?
talking about, Rev? It's obviously gonna be a top tier console, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
And
$4,000 worth.
It's just a PC. That's all it is.
it's gonna be able to play Cyberpunk at 8K at 100 FPS with ray tracing, guys.
Yeah, it's got a 3080 in it. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be $4,000. Like,
Yeah, it's just a super end PC. Like, it's not even a console really.
Yeah,
It's
but
more of a nook, technically.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's
like
just
an
a
actual
custom
feature,
PC
being
case
able
and
to
shit.
cook chicken.
No, it's not gonna cook chicken. It's gonna
Warm your
keep
chicken.
it warm.
Maybe if you put your balls in the slot, maybe it'll keep it nice and toasty for you while you're playing. Like, what are you doing? Like, somebody walks in the room. What are you doing? Why do you got your balls stuck in the fucking thing? I was just toasting my balls real quick to make sure it was okay.
I mean, it's just gonna be a meme anyway because it's a horrible design. Like, in order for the chicken warmer to even work, it's got to be hot enough that you don't want your PC that hot.
That's why they put a mini Asus card in there. So, keep it nice and warm between sessions.
Yeah.
But of course.
Because KFC's got to, make your chicken nice and warm, Then for it, all these chicken companies are going to come out with their own shit.
We're going to have the KFC pizza burger.
Oh,
Jesus.
Good God.
They're going to come out with the KFFC Vita portable. You watch.
Oh, fuck off.
And the new they have the KFC pizza with they're gonna have the grease as like the sauce.
Couldn't make it.
They're gonna be like this pizza chicken flavored edition.
They're gonna be like the pizza where you'll die if you eat it.
Forget all you know about diabetes. You are the diabetes.
You just transform into like a diabetes monster.
Pizza? Nah, dude. That pizza would give you fucking high blood pressure and cholesterol, bro. You're gonna have a heart attack by the time you're done eating the first slice.
Imagine all the fucking steroids in there and shit. Yeah.
So what has everybody been playing in the show? What has everybody been up to?
Dead Cells.
He's
I've
been playing
a shitload of Dead Cells.
A lot of Dead Cells, yeah.
Yep. Beat it the once around. Now I'm redoing it the hard mode, which is pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, boy. I know Blue's been hitting that fucking Destiny 2 hard again.
Oh my God.
He's been baking those cookies.
To be fair, he has been. He played a little Dark Souls 3 today, and I saw the other day too. Black Ops 3.
Dude, I'm at a point where I'm playing COD Zombies because I'm just like, why not at this point? I'm playing COD Zombies unironically again.
Oh, me and Brem got a couple rounds of GTFO in the other day. That was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We met somebody new. He's like a pretty big GTFO guy, and he hooked us up, helped us out a lot.
Yep, showed us the ropes.
Yeah, man.
He showed you the ropes, all right, right? Wink, wink. Showed you the ropes.
I got some ropes for you to bite down on, Rev.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they'll dig in real good.
I'm a professional, trust me. But also,
but no, it was fun though. GTFO is a really good
fun game. It's just you need people.
It's long as fuck. Though.
It is 45
Holy
minutes
God.
around. Yeah. Yeah, so you need some time, that's for sure.
Yep.
I mean,
but if you got some friends to play it with, I suggest it. It's a hell of a lot better than Left 4 Dead 2. Even though I would, you know what? In Left 4 Dead 2's credit, like I would say, you could even consider them almost completely different.
Almost, yeah. Left 4 Dead as a series has always been about hordes, right? You go along, you trigger something, and then you deal with a horde. Whereas GTFO, it's first off the maps are a lot smaller, and second off it may have hordes in it, but every encounter in that game is
random.
you gotta strategically use your resources, right? Because it's not surviving the hordes.
That's another thing we learned. You have a very fixed fucking amount of resources.
Yes.
So you better not fuck it up.
Low life, low ammo, low gadget, either health or amount or whatever, low everything. So every encounter, you've got to strictly ration your supplies. Otherwise, when you face the horde, once you face the horde, you'll run out of ammo, or your auto gun will run out of ammo, or whatever, right? And so it's a lot more. There's a lot less being thrown at you, because in Left 4 Dead, especially on the harder modes, you'll get it where there's fucking 20, 30 zombies on the map at the same time with fucking a couple different super zombies or whatever, uniques or whatever the fuck they call them. The hordes aren't quite that large in GTFO. But your resources are way scarcer. Way scarcer.
Yep. Like if you accidentally heal somebody, that could actually cost you the fucking game.
Sure.
Same with the fucking gadget shit. Like if you like say take all 3 packs to yourself by accident, like you just fuck the entire team by accident. Like that's how detrimental it is to like ration everything. It is so intense too. Like it is ridiculously intense. You got to be fucking careful.
And such a good atmosphere too. You know.
Oh yeah, the atmosphere is amazing. I love the atmosphere.
You can't just go running and gunning like you can with Left 4 Dead, right? So you're creeping them around everywhere, and when you're not facing down the horde, you can't really use your guns because 1, you'll spook everything and draw them towards you, and that's a problem. But 2, you're so limited on ammo. It's not like you can just burn it, killing the random, 2 to 6 enemies that are chilling in one room or something. So you're creeping along with your fucking hammer. Whacking these guys, trying to kill them before they wake them all up, and you've got a fucking shitstorm on your hand. And the fucking, some of the rooms are hella dark, some of the rooms are hella foggy. You can't fucking see barely in front of you and shit like that. It's really good. Like they did the atmosphere in that game right. JC says, speaking of Left 4 Dead, they're coming out with Back 4 Blood. Looks like a Left 4 Dead remake kind of game. I have not heard anything about this. Yes, I am interested. I do love those kind of co-op shooter experiences.
I still need to play World War Z with Rev. Like I got it on both platforms. I got it on super cheap on Xbox, and I got it for free on Epic. So.
Well, apparently World War Z is not really that good, anyways. You're not really missing.
Oh, I heard it was alright. Yeah, I heard it wasn't bad.
I mean, I played it a little bit. I thought it was fun, but I just didn't have anybody to play with at the time.
It has the word epic on it, so that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Of course, anytime Blue hears epic, he's just like, that game's trash. I'm done.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically on the same way. Didn't they release World War Z on Steam, though? Or is it still Epic only?
Epic, and it came to the Xbox Game Pass for free.
I can't remember. I could have swore I remember seeing it launched on Steam, and I almost got it. But yeah, I don't know. But I'll have to check out. Might come out late this year, if not next. So I'll have to check out Back 4 Blood, see what's going on with that. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's just too bad. Like I don't know of anything coming out soon. It's all, Stalker 2. That was just a 10-second teaser.
I guess Red Dead Redemption Online, I guess, is coming. I guess.
It's out. It's already out. Yeah. They're selling it for super cheap on Xbox. It was like $5, and I was like, nah. Like I didn't even play the full campaign, so I wouldn't even know where to start in that game. Not to mention, I'm not that big into the Red Dead as much as I used to be. Red Dead, when I was playing the last gen one or whatever, it was pretty dope, but...
I mean, Red Dead's like... I didn't really get into it because it was like, man, I got bored too early on. But, very good things, and hopefully I'll probably return to it this year after this is gonna be the year where I beat games.
It looks sick. Like it does. It looks sick, but like I don't know. Like it's just gonna be one of those games where I'm gonna get super interested in, play it for like 30 minutes, and then be completely done with it. Like I just don't want to do that anymore. I do that too much.
Yeah, I mean it happens.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the year of the games that I play.
Lucky
like I'm actually gonna get through Dark Souls 3 this year, finally.
Yeah, famous last words.
No, I keep getting distracted. Also, my save got lost, so it's like I was halfway through the game and then my save got lost. So.
For which game?
Dark Souls 3, because there's no cloud save. And I couldn't get because there's no cloud save on Steam. So if you switch computers, you're just fucked.
There's no cloud saves. That's.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
That's a little. It ain't it, Chief.
Right. Especially a game like that, you lose all your progress in Dark Souls.
Like that ain't it, Chief. Like they need to have cloud saves. What? We're in 2020. Where's the cloud saves?
Like every game on my Steam list is cloud saved. But like this game doesn't. Like what the hell? Well, that's not that big of a deal because I know where to go. Like for the 90% of the time, so I'm not that worried.
I think that's gonna be one of my goals this year is to actually
Beat games.
go through and beat all of the Souls-like games that I owned and bought because of pure interest. And I really liked them. I gave up on them too easily. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. Never played it after like third, fourth, 100th try. I was like, fuck this game. So like that's another thing I want to try to do is get my backlog kind of like dwindled down a bit.
Yeah, because everyone's talking about new games for the most part, and it's like, yo, I mean, I still have games to beat. And I don't mean just filler games on my Steam list. Like, I mean, like, actual games I need to actually beat this year. That's going to be the goal.
Stop playing so much Destiny 2.
I mean, Destiny 2, things have kind of calmed down, but I just play the game because it's something I can turn my brain off to.
He's got to bake cookies.
Right.
I mean, not anymore. The event's over, so I'm no longer baking cookies. I'm no longer Papa Blue baking cookies anymore. It's kind of sad. 0 out of 10. Need more cookie bacon.
Yep. That's what I need in my looter shooter. Bacon cookies.
I want a good looter shooter. And Destiny, I'm sorry, just isn't it for me.
No, it's
that
not.
Is just
and neither
not
is,
a good looter shooter.
And neither is Borderlands 3, which is a shame.
No, the problem is everyone wants this quote-unquote good looter shooter, but this looter shooter everyone keeps describing just doesn't exist and has every attempt it has been, like, I know, like, I'm about to bring it up again. Project Titan, Blizzard tried, obviously outside factors existed, but they still failed to achieve the looter shooter that they were trying to make. Like, because the thing is, trying to make a copy of World of Warcraft, but like in first or third person is just more complicated than like it seems on the surface. Not to be dismissive, of course, I'm not trying to be, but
of course.
I'm just being realistic. Like, we've seen so many attempts, and so many games like just fail or just are not for the big game that people want it to be. Like Division 2. Division 2 is not a bad game, but it's not the game that people wanted it to be. They're like, I want.
But it's closer than Destiny 2 was.
I don't know about that, man.
Have you gone through Destiny 2 yet? Like, there's a lot.
I think the weapon variety in Division 2 looks bad, mainly because it's so close to real life that they can't have any cool guns. So, not to say there's a cool
they could work around that.
Yeah, but like they can have a cannon that shoots debuff purple juice at people.
No, that they can't.
Why does it have to be that way though in a game though? Sometimes I like realistic shit to be real life sometimes.
I mean that's why I like Borderlands. I love the thing about Borderlands where I had a gun that shoots grenades, like explodes into grenades.
In my opinion, when it comes to like looter shooters, the only company that came close to it was ran by ex-Blizzard staff, and that was Flagship Studios when they came out with Hellgate London. They're the only ones to come close to doing it. Did they fuck it up? Yes, sure. Was it broken? Absolutely. But there was enough there, and it was random. Like, that's what I've always wanted in a looter shooter. It's just random shit. I don't want this fucking cookie cutter fucking build that everybody and their brother has or has to farm to get their fucking weapons.
Well, that's definitely one of the biggest problems with Destiny 2 is that there are just too many weapons that are so
the guy
far
who never
superior.
Streams, I appreciate it, buddy.
That you just can't avoid them. And it's like, okay, well then that defeats the whole entire purpose of a looter shooter, because the whole purpose of a looter shooter is there should be thousands of guns that you could, play with.
Hope you have an amazing night.
But, like, yeah.
I just don't think the looter shooter that's gonna be the game. I'm not sure if it'll exist ever. Like, there'll be good games that have looter shooter elements, but I don't think the looter shooter idea that like I had on my head and a lot of people have.
You know what, dude? You know what I'd be happy with, Blue? If they gave me Diablo 2 in first person, I'll be happy with that. Give me that. Cool. That'd be dope.
I mean, that would be dope. I'm just gonna say Diablo 3 for my example, but the problem is I don't feel like games like want to do that nowadays. A lot of games I feel like are just so focused on the online portion and the microtransaction store. Like when it comes to a looter shooter, it's like, oh, what about the loot? Like you think the first thing would be all the loot, but in reality, most of these studios, especially started looter shooters, are thinking, how do we do cosmetic selling? Because everyone's trying to catch that train.
Well, yeah, you got to get your microtransactions.
Yeah, that's why like, and they're trying to like come into microtransaction system, then do the loot stuff, but like they're kind of putting the cart before the horse. So, I mean, that's why a lot of these loot shooters fail or like never reach the perfect ideal.
Oh no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Digital, on Division 2. I enjoyed Division 2. I mean, me and you played the shit out of it.
Yeah, dude, I like it. I like Division 1 too. Like Division 1's really good too. I think they did a good job on it.
Division 1 was okay. Division 2 was a lot better, in my opinion. It had a lot more going for it. Now, Breakpoint, on the other hand, I don't know, man. That wasn't it for me, Chief.
Ghost Recon? You know Ghost Recon, right?
Yeah, they tried to do the looter shooter thing like they did with Division 2, and I'm like, I don't know, that ain't it, Chief. It just fell flat on its face.
I don't like Ghost Recon game, a tactical shooter like that is trying to get into looter shooter shit. I thought it was all about being a tactical game like Stalker, but like.
Well, they thought they struck lightning in a bottle with Division 1 and 2, so they tried to do it again with another series that they have, and I just they should have kept that to be more like Rainbow Six, because that's what Ghost Recon was. It was the third-person Rainbow Six. Everybody knows it as that. It was a game that took itself seriously, where you had to rely on the kind of calibers you were using all the way down to the kind of rifles you had. Like these things mattered in that game. Now they don't. Like now they're just shit. Like what?
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, I don't know, just I see so many games fail at it, and at this point, I'm not trying to like get the ideal from it. I just want the game to be good. And obviously, not everything appeals to everyone. Like for me, I'm more into like spacey, just crazy shit. Like here's the thing: I love the idea of like a shotgun cannon that shoots purple juice on people or something like that. You know what I mean? Over like a hyper realistic AK, for example. Not shitting on like a hyper realistic game, but like
JC, Ghost Recon was first person originally, but it was not too many games before they went third person.
Yeah, it was like after their 2001, I think they had like for the PlayStation 2.
It was the
very last one, the very last Ghost Recon that came out in the PS2 when they went third person.
I thought it went first person whenever you went into shooting mode.
I don't know. Convention Splinter Cell, because Convention was pretty good.
I mean, that's a Splinter Cell game, so that's not really Ghost Recon. Wait, is it? Or am I wrong?
No, no, it's
no. You're right. You're right. They're not. They're separate. But I see what he was trying to say, though.
But that's the
he was talking about third person in general.
Ghost Recon came out of Rainbow Six. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's like, so how far back do you go? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know.
I still need to play Watch Dogs Legions in a way, another Ubisoft game, but you know, I want to experience the ray tracing, you know, on the console side because they said it was pretty good.
My whole issue, dude, one of the biggest reasons why I adore Rainbow Six so much, right, is because it's not the capture the point, take it over for this area's turf, capture another point, take it over for that area's turf so your faction can move in. Far Cry does it. True Crime did that. Assassin's Creed does
Battlefield.
That. Dude, like they all fucking do it, dude. And I'm like, bro, like give me a game that doesn't do that. And that's what they did with Rainbow Six Siege. So
like Siege Siege is an advanced version, a better version, in my opinion, of what Riot tried doing with Valorant.
I mean,
they tried to copy that concept and add little powers to the people, and I'm like,
well, I think they were trying to go for a mix between. They picked
Counter-Strike.
Well, yeah, they picked the three biggest esports titles: Counter-Strike, Overwatch, and Siege, and they tried to combine them all into one. And it's like, okay, but like a lot of the people that like Overwatch don't like Siege or Counter-Strike for that matter, and a lot of people that like Counter-Strike don't like Siege or Overwatch. Like they like these games for different reasons.
I mean, people like you play Counter-Strike, even though you may not like it. Like Counter-Strike Go, because it's like, oh, it's super like aim based. There's no bullshit or abilities. It's all just like one headshot or like a couple body shots and you're dead.
Yeah. Well, and not just that, but it's tactical. Abilities. It's not perma-death, obviously, because there's rounds, but it's only one life per round. So death has real consequences in the game. There's a lot of reasons they like it, but it's anytime you try for an amalgamation like that, yeah, there's a chance that you will pick the perfect elements that work together, but then there's probably a much higher chance that you will pick the elements that don't quite go so well together. And I mean, certainly,
Thanks, JC. Appreciate it, buddy.
Certainly, in my opinion, they picked a bunch of elements that don't go very well together. I mean, you're trying to do maps and gameplay like Counter-Strike with Overwatch-style abilities and shit, and it's like, yeah, except for hero shooters like Overwatch, like, it's real hard to balance those properly, because unless the whole team's there, how do you balance these abilities against each other?
Like, well, what's the healing carrot? What's her name? The one that heals?
Mercy, Lucio, or
is he talking in Valorant?
Are you talking about the
Sage?
Sage, yeah.
Here's like Sage, and who's the other character that has like the grenade? Whatever her name is. The point is Sage and her completely break the game if they're trying to like those two characters just on their own break the game for like a Counter-Strike player. Where like getting shot doesn't have all that much consequences for the first batch, because like they have a Sage, or
right.
They have like an OP, or they have a character that can shoot a rocket and just blow up the team or kill one person.
Reyes, there you go, Reyes.
And that's the thing, you get combinations of two characters that can be as good as 3 or 4 characters sometimes, depending on the other characters. And it's like, well, yeah, but you can't have that, because it's got to be balanced, because this is a non-singular objective game, right? You've got multiple objectives that have to be watched, and so the team has to split up. There's no way around that. You can't have all 5 people on one objective. So if you get groups of small players that get that are better than other small groups of players, well, then that's an imbalance that needs to be addressed, and they can't do it because they're fucking Riot.
I mean, also like when it comes to characters, like in Overwatch, you can have like Reaper or Soldier, like any character shoots that can do insane damage, because there's characters like Reinhardt, Zarya, and tanks that like sustain damage. Like in Valorant, they're trying to have like DPS characters like Soldier, but like not have like a tanks in there. Because
well, you can't have tanks, because tanks are
supposed to be Counter-Strike. See, that's the whole catch-22, isn't it? You can't have tanks because it's trying to be Counter-Strike, but you can't have DPS, like insane DPS characters, because you're trying to be Counter-Strike.
Right.
Well, that's the thing, is like a lot of their abilities, like the only one that does really damage is Reyes. Like, she's like the most ridiculous out of all of them.
Like,
and that one chick with the turrets, she does damage, but she doesn't do a lot either. So it's like, right now, Reyes is like the most overpowered fucking character in the game. Because she's got grenades, she's got C4 sandwiches that she could both travel with and fucking kill an entire team with. Like, it's ridiculous.
Her RC car forces you to stay still, which is pretty annoying, because like you have to just freeze, or you're gonna have to hide somewhere and put yourself vulnerable, or you just get nuked. It may not kill you, the RC car, but you're just gonna lose half your health, and then you can get like farted next to you, you're dead. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I drop Valorant, other than the whole software, but like I drop Valorant because that all nonsense. So yeah, I guess this is the Valorant. I don't know.
Valorant bashing stream? I'm down with that. I don't like Valorant.
I love Valorant. Their hit registry has still been broken since day one, and it's like they fix it, it starts playing good again, and then the next patch it's like, oh hey look, my headshots are back to not registering, guys, thanks. That's why I figure, like, if I'm gonna play a game where headshots don't register like that, I might as well play Rainbow Six Siege. At least that I know I'm having fun in. So
it's like the game. It's like, if I'm gonna deal with this nonsense, I'd rather like the game first.
Yep, exactly.
You better wine and dine me for the price.
Rainbow Six does that just right for me, so it gives me the competitive feel to it, and I have fun with it. So,
yeah. I mean,
bro, did they make Roadhog's hook like less than accurate? Like, I don't get it, dude. Like, I'm aiming right on them.
Unless you have one of those bad days on Rainbow Six Siege and you're not having fun.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm having a bad day, I'm having a bad day, but
that could happen in any game, though. That could happen in the perfect game. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I think they went too hard on the amalgamation and didn't think about how these different aspects of these different games would mesh together properly. And certainly, I mean, certainly doesn't help that, you know, their netcode is not very great on a game that's supposed to be all about like how great the netcode and everything else is.
Yeah, and they have DRM issues too.
Yep.
Which doesn't help the cause.
So you love to see it moment, right?
Well, their net, it doesn't help the fact with their netcode, and it doesn't help with the DRM constantly sitting there and jacking your shit. Your RAM, anything that you got. It's like, come on. Just remove this shit out of the game. Put something else in place like everybody else has. Stop with the bullshit.
Their whole thing was trying to do anti-cheat comp, like get rid of it, like be the perfect anti-cheat, but the problem
Just go
is
with Battle Eye, bro. Like, you'll be fine. It's like everybody else does. I believe it's Battle Eye. Am I wrong?
That's one of them. Yeah, you know, like even Punk Buster.
Go with the mainstream. Go with the mainstream. You know, like what I mean? Like the tried, true, and proven system. You know what I mean?
The best anti-cheat is a fucking spectator mode, like bar none.
True.
You know, that's just kind of
how
it
reminds me of their DRM reminds me of Punk Buster back in the day, where it would just crash your game if you didn't have it.
Oh, Punk Buster's a nightmare deal from Battlefield 4.
It was like a big pain in the. It was like a kick in the ball sack.
Yeah. But it worked though.
Hey man, I'm just happy to see Respawn Entertainment taking the helm. I'm finally getting my wish. They're going to be using Unreal 4 going forward. Thank God.
For which game?
Medal of Honor, Battlefield. He's taking the reins.
Yeah, I got you.
And he said the Frostbite engine is part of the problem. And he said that it's old. And he said there needs to be something new in place. Zampella said that. Like, there needs to be something new in place.
They're trying to use the Frostbite engine on everything, though. I thought that was the whole issue.
Well,
like
so this is what EA did with Respawn Entertainment. They're allowing They're allowing Respawn Entertainment to be their own company. EA doesn't want to break what their bread and butter is right now. And right now, it's Respawn Entertainment making games. And I'm cool with this. They don't want to put loot boxes. They don't want to put anything in the games. So they're letting Respawn be their own company, but within EA. Like, they operate as their own company. So what you're going to see is they're already working on Titanfall 3, which I'm happy for.
Yeah, boy.
With a longer story, they said. They're also working on the next Star Wars Fallen Order with no loot boxes, no transactions, no nothing. It's going to be a continuation.
Hallelujah. How did EA become the golden child?
Well, Zampella in his contract said that he wants to be the sole control of his company. He don't want any out when he was in talks with EA, he said he didn't want any outsiders coming in and telling him how to play it. When he signed with EA, he said his company's going to be his company and nothing more.
Yeah.
And Jason West left because he had heart issues and wanted to be more with his family. That's why the original two from the old Infinity Ward days broke off. But Jason West has said that he's coming back. He's now working with, oh my God, Jason West came back out of retirement. He's working for another top tier company making I think he's going after, I got to remember, but I think he's going after Call of Duty. He's going to make a better Call of Duty, supposedly. And I just hadn't went, okay, we've been here, done this before.
I mean,
never works.
He's welcome to try. Like, I'm down for another Twitch shooter.
Right.
Like, I love Call of Duties, at least the Modern Warfare and then the older ones. So if he can make a better version of those, okay. More power to you, bruh. Believe it when I see it, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't know. With Respawn, I just want to... For Titanfall 2, they don't have to make the game longer. Just make the levels fun like they were in Titanfall 2. I mean, that's the reason why I like Titanfall 2. The campaign was cool, but it was all about those levels, dude. Those levels were amazing.
Yeah, and the story was really good.
I mean, yeah, but those levels, man. I fucking love them, dude. And it was short, but it was like an amazing experience. So, like, it doesn't matter.
And it had a kick-ass multiplayer. Like, just do those two things right. The single-player campaign and the multiplayer. Just make them fun, man. And it's so easy, because not a lot of mech games out there that are great.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so Jason West is an exclusive. He's the next guy that Epic Games is working with for their next exclusive game. That's supposed to be a rival to Call of
I'm
Duty.
back.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh, then I probably won't play it then.
Wait, who's working on what now?
So the original 2 creators of Infinity Ward, remember them?
Yeah.
So Jason or Zampella has got his own thing going on with EA right now, like God tier mode, right? He's making the next Battlefield. He's making the next Medal of Honor. He took over DICE. Whatever
Right.
big studio in LA, he's taking it over. It's going to be all Respawn. So he's working on the next Titanfall 3. He's working on.
He worked at the second one too, and the second one turned out really good. So
he's also doing Fallen Order 2 because it was a success, and he's working on Medal of Honor. The VR one is made by Respawn Entertainment. They're going to see how that goes, review-wise and everything, and then they're going to make the next Medal of Honor for consoles and PC, and then Battlefield. The next Battlefield's being worked on with Respawn Entertainment. And Respawn wants to do a non-Frostbite game with Battlefield. They want to work with Unreal 4 or Unreal 5.
I don't think that's gonna work out though.
I don't know, it could.
It could.
And then
but...
West went over to Epic Games. He's working on Fortnite, and he's got a game in the works that's gonna rival Call of Duty supposedly. But I laughed because they're all under the same umbrella.
Because
So I
here's
don't know
the
what
thing about
rivalry they're
Unreal,
gonna have.
I have not seen larger scale games do well on Unreal ever.
Well, they kind of made Star Wars work. Wasn't it a large scale game? Fallen Order in a way?
Not multiplayer with 64 players in a match.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will. But I'm just saying, like, of all the games trying to do big, large-scale multiplayer matches like Battlefield, Frostbite runs so fucking well compared to all the other.
Yeah, but it's easily hacked, bro. Like,
yeah, I know. That's
that's
well,
the
it is.
shit. They ruined 5. Like 5's completely
know.
fucking ruined.
I know.
That was a good game. I thought I liked it.
It was better than 1, that's for sure. Like, it had potential. But yeah, it is old. He's not wrong when he says, I mean, it's based on Source, so it's, you know, when did fucking Source 2 or whatever it was come out? It was long ass time ago.
Yeah,
Rainbow Six. So here's in the news: Rainbow Six Siege hotfix requires players to have a friend in their squad to join lobbies. They have a hotfix coming out, an update, because the lobby system is broken.
We've been having a lot of issues with lobbies lately. Like it'll freeze up the lobby and then kick everybody out, and then we have to re-invite people. It's fucking dumb, dude.
There's a new League of Legends champion coming for the first time in a long while.
Anybody still play that game?
Really, bro? Really, bro? You really saying that shit, dog?
Am I wrong?
Trump was banned off of Twitch permanently.
Who did?
You mean Twitter?
No, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah,
Twitch.
everywhere.
Donald Trump been suspended indefinitely.
Yep. Everywhere but
Following what
YouTube,
happened.
and that's probably coming.
Wait, what happened?
Because of the riots that took place at the Capitol building.
Oh my
That's
God,
why.
riots.
All these companies are pulling away from them.
Where were these bans at when the left was doing it?
When Black Lives Matter was causing $2 billion in damage, thousands of injured.
Yeah, where those bans
what's in the news.
I'm waiting on those bans.
I'm reading in the news. Next one, Acer releases the first. Let me go here. Acer releases the first HDMI 2.1 gaming monitor for Xbox and PlayStation and PC that hits 4K 120 hertz.
Oof.
That's cool. Too bad there's gonna be not a lot of games.
Most computers can't even do 30 frames. Like, what are you gonna be doing with 120 hertz? Not a game, a monitor.
Asus is coming out with the first HDMI 2.0 gaming monitor.
It's like getting a monitor that's like 240 hertz.
I haven't.
Or
well, I mean,
like,
I was just having
one here
120
for a while.
monitor.
We're
What's
doing
the
the
No,
Game Talk
4K
podcast. I'll be here for a
120.
while.
4K 120.
Oh, 4K
yeah.
120.
DP can't even do 4K above like 100, I don't think, or 80. But with
it'd be good
HDMI
to
2.1,
have to be ahead.
no, yeah. I mean, this stuff always keeps going. It's, eventually we'll need higher I mean, it doesn't matter if you want higher frame rates or higher resolution. You're going to need more bandwidth in your display output. So yeah, you know, it's fine.
Social distraction, the game, and Among Us hit the Game Pass for January.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to save that game. I mean, Among Us died real quick, didn't it?
No, what?
No, it's still going.
Is it? Because
Yep,
I've heard his player base has dropped off significantly past the last cut.
It's still the top game on Twitch. It's still the top game. Like everybody plays it still.
The only game that rise to top like instantly high recently was Rust. That's because every Twitch streamer.
Phasmophobia is still like top 10.
Yeah, I know Phasmophobia is still going.
No, but like Rust.
I don't understand that game at all. Like I don't understand the hype.
I understand it, and I played it. It's fun. It's really fun when you have a lot of friends with you. But like, it's one of those games that I really have to be in the mood to play. If I'm not in the mood to play it, dude, I'm gonna be a bitch the whole time. So I don't touch it.
I mean, the reason why I kind of stopped playing it is because the game kind of stopped being mysterious for me.
They're allowing this on Trovo. Dookie Literature Club.
Dookie Literature Club. I mean, the best game ever.
Yeah, and.
Best game ever.
Truly a masterpiece, artistic.
Isn't that the dark ass game?
Yes.
That was like really.
And it's super meta. Like you break the game as you play.
Here's the Dookie Literature Club.
Isn't there like partial nudity in that game though? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah,
Probably.
I'll say this unironically, Dookie Literature Club is a really good game. You should actually try it out.
Oh Jesus.
And you want to know another good game? I'll just hold up. What was the game? Honey Pop. That's another gem.
Oh God.
Oh God.
And they're gonna be releasing a Honey Pop 2, boys.
I hope there's twice as many characters this time. I never even finished that game.
It's truly a masterpiece. If I could, I'd make it game of the year for eternity. Honey Pop.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, but that's definitely coming.
The eternal game of the year will be Honey Pop.
Got it, boy. Let go.
Podcasts don't count for hours, bud.
Okay.
I'm playing a game as I'm like doing the show, so I'm playing Overwatch exactly. I don't see where it's gonna go against my hours. It's pretty much just we're just talking. I don't think it's gonna go through my hours on Trovo at all. It shouldn't be. I'm playing as I'm talking. I don't see the real big issue.
Who said that?
A friend. Because on Trovo, podcasts are frowned. Podcasts you don't count for hours. But here's what I'll do.
If you're like not playing a game.
Yeah, if I'm not playing a game, yeah, podcasts don't count.
But you are playing a game, so.
I'll just do this.
You don't have to stop streaming, dude.
No.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't even affect the show, so.
No, I'm just gonna change my title.
As long as there's gameplay, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it really shouldn't. Like, what does it matter what you're talking about if you're playing games?
Right.
Exactly.
What we're all about here at Game Talk. Not that we're really about anything, but you know.
Oh, it's all good. No worries. I changed my title. Not a big deal. Back to what you were saying?
Something about your wiener?
Something about my wiener. Oh, it wouldn't let me raid you for some reason. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Why is everything? I don't know. Just have fun, gamers.
May want to try it again. I don't know. And if there's somebody else online, go ahead and raid them. I'm okay with that. Don't worry about it. If it doesn't work for me, it's okay. I'm not sweating.
Knew that was coming.
I hate that move.
It is annoying.
Trovo's buggy right now, currently at the moment. Like, their website's having tons of problems. Like, a lot of people that I've, like, watched are, like, behind by, like, 3 minutes. They're having problems internally with their servers. I don't know.
We love to see it.
Oh, you lucky bitch, Diva.
You may want to try it again, Mama, though. I changed my title, so just in case Trovo decides to come over and like, give me a hard time over it, whatever.
Yeah.
I just changed the title, just having a conversation with the boys. I just made it simple as that.
Yeah, because the boys are back in town.
Yep, cracking open some cold ones. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, if ratings having a problem on my channel tonight, I'll bring it up to the admins, Mama. I'll definitely talk to them.
Is that Dead Mama Live or whatever?
No, Mama Boston. She plays a lot of Call of Duty. Really cool person.
Fellow Call of Duty head. All right. Is she
You know,
mobile or is she regular?
Regular. She plays a lot of Cold War.
Nice.
Oh, God rest your soul. Jesus.
And she plays Modern
Oh,
Warfare,
shit.
so she plays both. Oh, I tried 3 times and you weren't the only one on the team I wanted. Oh, okay. It's all good. I was just telling you if it wasn't working, just pass it, just pass it over to somebody else on the team. It's all good. I understand. If it's not working, it's not working. No big deal. I appreciate you, Mama, though. And if you guys are not checking her out, give her a follow. She plays a shit ton of Call of Duty.
Oh, damn, that was fortunate.
And she's an amazing streamer. Streams longer than I do.
Get that backstab. Get fuck nerd.
Yeah, it's weird.
So what else is popping news-wise?
Let's see.
Couple other
PlayStation 5's
things.
losing favor in Japan.
People got screwed over, trying to
Techland,
get a
Dying Light
PlayStation
2, lost their art director today. I think today or yesterday or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Dying
Yep.
Light, dude, just come out, please. I need Dying Light 2. The first, because here's the thing, I'll give the hot takes right now. Dying Light 1, the first game, was probably the only few
Oh, let me go
games
give
that
the person you rated a follow.
during that whole last generation, Dying Light 2 was the only game that felt truly next gen. I'll say it. Bite me. And the sequel better come out because the first game was really good, you know?
Oh, and then
I was hoping someone would actually argue with me on that one, but I guess
no,
not.
why would we argue?
Oh.
Saying things we all believe. Like, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. I was hoping someone would be like, "You're wrong."
Now,
It
if you
was
were to bring
absolutely-
up your waifu pillow collection that you have that's limited edition, then yes, then we would go ahead and clown you.
Yeah,
but
then we're gonna be
That'd
talking
be
some
a
shit.
declaration of war. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh yeah, JC, Epic bought a mall to convert into their HQ, which actually that's not a bad idea.
That's a 5D chess move.
You know, that's I mean, it's not the perfect office space, but it's not a bad way to organize an office.
Wait, well, who did what now?
Epic, they just bought a mall. I'm assuming a shut down mall. They're gonna convert it into their new headquarters.
Shit, well, they got all that fuck you money. They went. Hey, you guys noticed like they went from like damn near bankrupt twice in the last 2 or 3 years. Now they got a bunch of fuck you money again.
Fucking.
I wonder if
Fortnite.
it's because they actually fixed Fortnite.
Still a
one of
trash
the
game.
I know it's a trash game, but like still, it was like it was running it was like if you took all their tournaments together, it was like a multi-billion-dollar tournament ran game, dude. And they made fucking billions on that bitch.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they fucking did.
They also try ruining the PC market, so fuck them.
Look how long that lasts, though. Like a lot of those games that were exclusive, like those developers are becoming wiser, and they're like, "Hey, we want to put our shit on Steam now."
Yeah. And
Well, it's
also some
every
of the games-
time a game released on Epic for a 6-month or year hiatus or exclusivity deal, when it eventually came out on Steam, it outsold the shit out of the Epic version.
That and also another thing that's great is it actually helped me avoid, because here's the thing, I should have realized that Borderlands 3 wasn't that good of a game.
It was all right.
I really not a fan.
I don't think it was a terrible game.
It wasn't
like, I don't
terrible.
Think it was a bad game.
I've said it over and over again. Like, they did introduce a lot of cool shit into it, but the problem is they fucked up a bunch of shit in it too. So it just ended up being mediocre.
Yeah, well, I hate the skill tree system. They had the perfect system in 2, and they just like, let's do a quote unquote evolution that is just garbage. Almost all the characters, I think almost all the characters are boring, like flat out.
Yeah, kinda.
And the story sucks. And for a looter
Yeah.
shooter game that you're supposed to replay it constantly, and here's the thing, it's not like the story is skippable, because you can't just skip shit in the story. You can't skip dialogue or even cutscenes, for a matter of fact. So you're forced to go through the story, even though the story is kind of dog shit. And the weapon drops are way too easy to get, and it just nothing feels rewarding, because I got all my weapons I needed with the all good like augments, I forgot what it's called, attachments and everything pretty quickly. It was not a lot of farming, you know. Borderlands the game known for farming.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't like how they took that away from Borderlands, and now it just became a casual fest. I mean, gameplay wise, it's better than 2, but I'd rather play 2 over 3.
yeah, I would too. It is unfortunate.
Also, Borderlands 2 I could probably play like at 240 FPS, which makes it better in my eyes.
What else is there? Is there anything good coming out? Like soon? Like
That's the thing, soon. Everything I know of that even looks good is, you know, at least months, if not years away. Like, fuck, Stalker 2, who knows when that's going to release? That's probably not going to be till next year. If even that. I don't know about King of Fighters, but I'm not a fighter kind of guy. I don't care about PUBG 2.
I kind of do. I somewhat enjoyed the first game.
The medium
said,
looks
somewhat.
interesting, JC says.
PUBG was
What?
The medium looks interesting. Never even heard of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I mean, the thing is, PUBG 2. I mean, the first game was only good because I think people just played it because, like, oh, what's the trend? Because I don't think PUBG was ever good. Hot take.
I mean, it certainly was never great.
But it was like the only like battle royale at the time that really like everyone played. Like everyone.
I liked PUBG. It just ran like garbage for what it was. That's what I hated
yeah.
about it.
It really ran like garbage.
PUBG, the system, like it was Cyberpunk before Cyberpunk was a thing. You can have like a top of the line computer, and PUBG will just crawl you down to like 60 FPS, and you're like, how does this happen to me?
You're not wrong. And then so Top Hat probably might not know, but they're coming out with this cyberpunk ghost story called Sense, and I guess a bunch of people bitched and wanted it censored because I don't even know, man. Like I've heard a bunch. They say it has nudity and some other shit in it, but they like that wasn't the reason they wanted it censored. I don't believe. Like they were accused of being harmful, inflicting violence and pain, and some other shit. I think they had like somebody bitched about some Cyberpunk 2077 references.
Oh boy.
We're like,
Right?
Wait, what?
Cyberpunk 2077 references in a Cyberpunk game. Imagine. Like, why didn't CD Projekt Red just copy strike the word Cyberpunk? Honestly, that's amazing, guys. Toxic.
Ah, fuck. But they came out with a statement saying they are refusing to censor that shit. So good on fucking them.
I mean, why did they censor nudity? I thought nudity was a good thing, guys. What the fuck happened now?
Like I said, it wasn't even about the nudity, I don't think.
Well, in my eyes, when you say you're gonna censor nudity,
Or it
you're
wasn't
starting to
all
crusade.
about. It wasn't all about the nudity. Like there were other things that they were bitching about that had nothing to do with nudity.
I don't know, where they bitch about his history or whatever.
I don't know, man. I don't care. Like, yeah, JC, please don't censor a fucking thing. Because, I mean, if it's something terrible, then don't buy the game if you don't want. Real fucking easy. Where'd you go, Brem? Damn, did he drop from Discord?
The digital might just collapse from the Discord network, bro.
Fucking internet, man.
Oh, no.
Because he dropped from the game too, so I think his internet.
He hasn't disconnected. Yeah, he'll probably like join back or like turn back up. Be like, yeah, my internet just like exploded on us.
But yeah, so good on them for not kowtowing to these fuckers.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Fuck them. Not fuck. I can't believe it.
No,
Yep, you're back.
Digital, you good, homie?
not really. Dude, my internet is shitting the bed on me, bro.
Ah, dude, that's painful. I would say pour one out for you, but I got work, so.
Ain't an excuse, bitch.
Hello.
I can't, like, yeah.
Yeah, what? Yes.
But
I was just streaming and shit going.
Hoggers.
good.
Pog champ, you could say. I think that's gonna be my Discord bio. Pog champ now. I had it because the new Attack on Titan chapter was great, but I think I might switch it to Pog champ to forever, because you know Pog champs were the friends we made along the way. That was funny. Anyways, actually, I don't know what I could say. Anyways,
Nice ult, Anna. Fucking beautiful. Really tired of Dev censoring shit because 3 people complained about something that's a non-issue. Yeah, basically.
it's one of the reasons why I hate Twitter. Like God, if Twitter like just like got extinguished off the universe, I think the human race would be about better off.
Yeah, JC, we already talked about we already mentioned that Pog being fucking banned because of fucking silly shit. Like, oh, God.
It's silly. People who are like, I like PogChamp, but I can't support the PogChamp. And I'm like, dude, half people, I guarantee half the people didn't even know that that guy was the face of PogChamp. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, who cares who's the face of PogChamp? That doesn't even make sense to care about. Like, it's obviously grown beyond him.
Yeah, it's beyond. It's like how, remember how that meme from World of Warcraft, Leroy Jenkins went beyond the dude who.
Yeah,
fucking
who
screamed
even
at
knows
Bizarre.
the name of the guy who did Leroy Jenkins? Like, would you even give a shit if he fucking did some stupid shit and then, like, people wouldn't be like, oh my god, now we're gonna censor Leroy can't say Leroy Jenkins ever again because fucking, you know, dude is a douchebag or whatever the fuck it is. Like, who
Can't do
fucking
that.
cares?
Also, Leroy Jenkins, it's kind of like a piece. It's like a piece of history of World of Warcraft. It's part of its history. You can't just remove it. Yeah, I think digital disconnected.
Yeah, he's having issues. That's alright. Shit happens.
Yeah. Can you hear
You'll
me
love
better
to
now?
see.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little bit.
you're
You're
fine.
still low.
Still low?
Fuck out of here, Reinhardt. Or, Reaper.
No, fuck out of here.
I mean, hypothetically speaking, I don't know. Not much has happened though. So
No, it's it's still the beginning of the year. It's a slow time. There's other shit going on, so it's not like we're gonna get a whole lot of.
We're done with that. Also, I don't care.
Fuck. That was a good old by Reinhardt.
Yeah, because turns out the capital can get raided by level 1 raiders, so there's that. But like,
We need a nerf. We need to nerf.
We need to nerf the raiders.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing is kind of crazy because I thought it was supposed to be
Having a digital.
His internet's fucking up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his internet just died itself, and there's not that much else to talk about. I think because is there anything else that's big that's happened this week?
No, not really.
Yeah, not
Except
really.
except the in-stock stuff for the PlayStation. I mean, and almost Nintendo getting bought out by Microsoft. That was about it.
What?
Yeah, Microsoft was trying to buy Nintendo. They've been talking.
wow.
They've been in talks for a while.
Oh damn! I think that might be good.
It ain't gonna happen.
No.
Oh
never.
yeah, I know it's not gonna happen, but I mean, it might be a good idea. But like,
No, I
We were saying in the show
they do not
before.
understand the Western audience at all. They are fucking.
What do you mean?
like,
Nintendo sells insanely well over here. What are you talking
they
about?
do, but they don't understand the audience.
What
Is
do
what
you
I'm saying.
understand, right? What is
Not the consumer. I'm talking about the company. They like, I don't know. They're just fucking stingy on emulation.
Emulation? No, emulation's gonna exist no
They
matter
make
how much
great
it's
content. They make great games, but like when it comes to like their older games and people wanting to play them still, they're kind of assholes.
Yeah,
No,
but
he's not wrong.
Like, I mean, that's every company though.
No,
When it comes to
not
their
every
own
company does that, dude.
Not every-
Nintendo's in a
Nintendo's the
special
most
bitch
strict.
about it. Yeah. Yeah, they really do. They'll go after fan artists and shit like that.
Yeah, they've done some pretty scummy business practices.
They will
Well,
go
if
after. They will.
Microsoft names the right price to Nintendo. Here's what I think. If they give them a good dollar amount and treat them as their own company, you never know. I've seen weird things happen in my lifetime, so
I'll
never
certainly
know.
say it's not impossible, but I don't see it happening because I think Nintendo knows that they've got a lock on their customers because they've kept all of their IPs within their own ecosystem, which I mean, I
Right.
hate it, but it's worked out for them.
and also, I'll give a hot take right now. A lot of Nintendo's IPs, they've been done well. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
IPs, they haven't like dropped the ball on like.
Well,
his thing.
they think long and hard before they evolve a game like Mario or Zelda or one of those, right? Like they
There's
don't.
a thought behind it.
Yeah, they don't just try something willy-nilly like, oh, hey, let's see if we took Zelda and made it Diablo 2 type game. They don't do that kind of shit. I mean, they deliberate on that kind of stuff because I mean, it was a big fucking change between the Zeldas as they evolved, but it always worked out for them, and you could tell that when they went from one style to the next, they really tested it out and made sure that okay, all these systems work really well, Yeah, so I mean, there's
you
good
go
and
down to
bad about
Nintendo.
everything, but then again,
When
Nintendo's a company that will go after fan artists, but then use some fan artists' work on their website without even crediting them.
I mean, that's certainly flaws with Nintendo, but like also another flaw with them. Not to like circle jerk about them or say like they're like think they're really great, but like another flaw of Nintendo is when it comes to their like their consoles. I feel like they try to strike lightning with the Wii, like how they struck lightning with the Wii. I feel like they keep trying to emulate that. I love my Switch; it's awesome. I love my Switch to death. But like the Switch feels like their way of trying to strike lightning.
No, they've been
Like,
gimmicky based for a long time. Like it wasn't
that's
so bad with like the N64 where it was just a weird controller, and it's like okay, it
And then they had,
works.
the great controller with the GameCube
Well,
controller.
GameCube, it was fine, but then after the GameCube, every system from the fucking DS to the fucking Switch has been based around some gimmick, and yeah, sometimes it works great, like the Wii, and sometimes, like the Wii U, it fails fucking miserably.
I mean, the
But-
whole thing about this, like the Switch, is like it's a cool gimmick, but I feel like maybe they should have done it separately and had like a more powerful home console with with the touchpad system that is kind of gimmicky, but like not touchpad, but like a portable mode, like how the PS Vita is. I don't know. It's complicated because I think this Switch is good in a lot of ways, but I think really dumb.
I mean, I think they should have just kept their mobile and console divisions separate. Like, make the next evolution of the DS and make it just like a Switch if you want. I'd make it a little smaller because even the Switch Lite isn't really portable. I mean, it's a fucking tablet.
You're not wrong.
It's giant, dude. That's not portable. I mean, yeah, that's portable like if you can carry a backpack with you. But that's not portable like you can put it in your back pocket.
It's like portable like like how trying to like carry your iPad around with you.
Yeah, you know, which okay, but why try to do like, and this is why I don't like the Switch as a system, is because you try to do too many things, you end up being shitty at all of them, and they tried to do both mobile and home, and I think the in-between that they've got it's not great at either. It's not a great mobile platform because it's way too fucking big, and I don't think the battery lasts all that long.
I mean, it depends on the game, because with Zelda, I remember the battery was like 6 hours mobile.
Sure, yeah, which, I mean, Jesus,
which
man.
It's not that great, but when it comes to Odyssey, the battery was
fuck, man,
decent.
the Vita, I think, would last over 12.
I mean, iPads when you're gaming last pretty long.
Yeah, my phone gets better battery than 6 hours. So, and then with the home console part, well, now you're stuck on a subpar system.
That's why Nintendo never overclocked their system.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't even risk it because of battery life.
You get like 3 hours if they went full throttle while it was in mobile mode.
They did a test with The Witcher, like, so if they overclock, The Witcher runs smooth at 1080p 60, and it runs smooth, but the battery life declines quick.
Yep. So,
and in portable mode, they did the same thing, and it just eats battery. It's just gone. 2 hours if you're good at that. That's why Nintendo didn't really overclock the X1 very much, as much as they wanted to go, because they said because of battery life, they just didn't want, and the heat. They didn't want to take a risk.
Fuck.
But I think they'll resolve that with the next one. I think they'll come out with a better screen. They'll get away from this plastic garbage that they have going on it, to where you barely touch it and it scratches. You know, I think they'll address a lot of things. They have to. There's no way they want to call themselves a portable gaming tablet with, hybrid controls. They can't continue this way. They have to make it better. And there's a lot of companies out there that make, alternatives to Gorilla Glass that act like Gorilla Glass for cheap. You see it with a lot of the mid-tier phones. Yeah. You don't have to have Corning Gorilla Glass. Yeah, but I see a lot of kids with iPhones with glass and iPads with glass, and they drop them all the time, and everything's just fine. So Nintendo could get away with using Dragon Glass or a third-party company and make it work. And two, if you have, I'm just saying, most people put a case on it, though. I mean, most people put a glass protector and a case on it if you're really that worried. But some people don't. And that's just the nature of the beast when you have a high-end electronic, though, in your hand. I just want to see Nintendo get away from 720p display. Honestly, I wish they would, because a lot of these mobile tablets out there all do 1080p no problem, and even higher.
Oh, God damn it.
Hey, thanks, Crazy, for that, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Hope you have a better day, man. Sorry to hear you're not happy with the world, man. Hope you feel better.
JC says the Horizon Zero Dawn team could make a good Zelda game. I don't necessarily disagree with that.
I don't know if I would agree with that.
Guerrilla Games could make a pretty good Zelda game. If they
a little more cartoony, a little less, I could see it. It wouldn't be the worst idea ever.
I mean, the problem is just when it comes to games that try to emulate Nintendo, for example, try to emulate Mario, a lot of times they just don't go out all that well.
Yeah, I mean,
because they see what it is, They see, oh, Mario's just platforming, but they don't know the.
But I'm getting sick and tired of that adage, though. They should put some effort into their shit, though.
What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean? Like Mario
Like
Odyssey.
Nintendo's just like getting by what they need to get by with. I wish they would put a little bit more effort and give us 1080p 60 than just going, oh yeah, 720p 30 is just fine. Like I would like to have a prettier looking Zelda game with 1080p 60 and smooth, you know?
Because I mean, resolution wise, definitely, but like Nintendo's always like care about performance. Like Mario Odyssey, 60 FPS. A lot of the games on the Switch run at 60 FPS.
Yeah, but there's some compromises though to get to that though. I mean, what I'm saying is I don't want to see no compromises. I want to see them make a game that runs stable and there's no compromise, like anti-aliasing being the shit. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Fair enough.
I expect Nintendo games to be perfectionist to me. If I'm spending, because Nintendo charges $60 per game, and for their story, their story games with no price reduction ever, are not much of a price reduction. And if that's the case, then I expect perfection. I expect your games to be perfectionist on my screen when I'm playing it.
Mario, Zelda Breath of the Wild was a bit tricky because that was like their very first attempt at doing like a major open world game, but the Switch like couldn't really do it. And you see this like because I'm about to say the E word. If you play Switch on like the CMU emulator, if you play not just the Switch, but like if you play Breath of the Wild on the CMU emulator, you can play like Zelda Breath of the Wild at 4K 60, and the game looks awesome.
Yeah, I've seen YouTube footage of this.
But like on the Switch, it's like 720p to 30, and it gets really weird because it even drops after that because how complicated the new Zelda game is, and the Switch console in portable mode and non-portable mode is just it can't handle it.
I'm just of the adage of if you're making me pay 60, right, all the time, no cheaping the game down unless there's a really good deal, then I expect perfection, no issues. Like the new Hyrule Warrior game that they're having, Hyrule Warrior or whatever, runs like garbage. And I'm like, that's just the problem with the system itself. But if they overclock the system, right? I'm saying this, if they overclock the system slightly, right? The game runs at 1080p 60 at all times. Smooth.
That's what I was saying. They were trying to do too many things, and it ends up not being great at either one of them. And they've got their marketplace because they've got such a lock on their IPs. And I think that's a little unfortunate because, like, they can get away with some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the only like the last company to really pull this out, stop out. So you could say Sony was doing the lock on their IP shit, but they're breaking. But
at least they at least had like because so much of the competition between Sony and Microsoft is third party, right? Like as for their hardware. Because it's not with Nintendo until the Switch. Before the Switch? What was a third-party game that came out on the Nintendo console?
On the Wii U, there's like a bunch of them, but they didn't really do all that well.
Exactly, because they played like ass. Because the Wii U was not a great console, right? So like they just never did third-party stuff. It was either first or at the very least, if they did third-party, it's not like their third-party games came out on other consoles. Like shit, how many games came out for the N64 that never came out on other systems, right? But with Sony and Microsoft, like yeah, okay, Sony's got their IPs, Microsoft has their IPs.
Welcome back, Digital.
But 90% of the games are third party. And so if you've got one console that can only do 720/30 and one that could do 1080/60, well, unless people really give a fuck about whatever first party games that the one is putting out, they're going to buy the one that does 1080/60. So, Sony and Microsoft were forced to keep up with each other on a hardware level because of that. Whereas with Nintendo, they just didn't really do third-party games, or even the ones they're doing on the Switch. It's ones that don't. Not like you're not buying a Switch to play Wolfenstein on it. Nobody's doing that.
Also, not play Wolfenstein because the game's not good.
Nobody's doing that, right? It's just something that's there if you want it. But people might be buying a PlayStation or a Xbox to play Wolfenstein. I mean, among other games, sure. But I mean, You know, it's like I want to play Wolfenstein. I don't want to buy a PC. So here, how about a PS4 or PS5 or whatever? It's like, yeah, but if that PS4 only performs at half the performance that the Xbox One does, well, then obviously if you want to play your Wolfenstein at, you know, at the better frame rates or whatever, you're gonna pick the Xbox. So, you know, yeah, it is what it is. It's like I said, it's obviously working out for Nintendo, but that's the thing. The other thing about their first party games is that they're pretty few and far between if you really think about it. I mean, how many Mario games come out per console generation for them?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, right? Same thing with
I mean, Mario
Zelda.
Odyssey was like the newest one since the one that came out on the Wii U.
Exactly, and Zelda was the first one since I can't remember, but it's been a while, right? And that's all of them are like that. It's not like they release a new Mario every year, so you know it's not going to be very long before the library of Switch games is going to be pretty limited compared to some of the other consoles out there. So, you know, they better come up with something to keep people interested in it. And they had that with, like, the Wii, but that was all based on, like, most of that was silly shit that was based on the motion controls. And they don't, I think they've ran that bandwagon out. I don't think there's any more of that left. Like, people don't really care about that anymore with the Switch. Like, how many motion control games on the Switch are popular? Yeah, exactly. Like some of those ones were, you know, the sports games and the workout games and all that were for the Wii. Like, there's none of them. The only one I could think of that even like anybody was talking about for a while was the boxing one. I hear that one was pretty fun for a while. But you know, like I said, I think they're pretty much running out of that kind of stuff.
When it comes up, like usually most of those motion control games that you see are moving to VR. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's
not to like bring it up, like for motion control games like that, they're moving to VR. Like using like Wii boxing is not that fun, but like boxing in VR is awesome. Even with how VR is limited in a lot of ways, it's awesome VR boxing.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's not just about motion controls; it's all about being immersed in there.
But they were the first ones that had, you know, like especially with the Wii and then with the Switch and stuff, like they had the market cornered basically on those kind of motion control type games. You know, nobody, like the PlayStation 1 really sucked. The Kinect fucking blew. You know, nobody cared about that, right? Yeah, the Kinect doesn't even fucking exist anymore.
But don't remind people about the Kinect,
right?
Like Vietnam
so it's like, yeah, nobody had competition with them for those kind of games. But fuck. But now with VR, I mean, Beat Saber and all that. I'm sure there is a boxing game, but you know, if there's not, then there's gonna be one, and whatever other silly nonsense that Nintendo comes up with, that shit's all gonna be there for VR on either PC or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. So they don't have that market cornered anymore.
I mean, yeah, like those motion games are just moving to VR. Like everyone talks about augmented reality being like the next big thing for motion controls, but no, augmented reality has been around for a while. VR is like the big thing for motion controls. Even though VR has its problems and obviously is a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
I'm gotten pretty far in Dark Souls again. Jesus.
But that's the thing about those kind of games. It's so much easier to get back to where you were than it was to get there in the first place. They're like Metroidvanias in that way. Everything is about
like now
memorizing.
I know where I'm going. It's like, yeah, I already know the path.
Enemy attack patterns, your attack patterns. Like once you know that kind of stuff, it becomes muscle memory. But yeah, how about that? A Dark Souls Legend of Zelda.
I mean, using Breath of the Wild was kind of that, but not really, because they tried doing that. But like one of the things about Breath of the Wild is like one of my favorite Zelda games. Also because I played very few Zelda games.
Ah, damn.
Like, I love Breath of the Wild, but basically Breath of the Wild that really screwed me over was the durability system. Because I got weapons I really liked, but when your weapon broke, you couldn't repair it. You're just like, it's gone. It's like, what? The only weapon that has like infinite durability is the Master Sword, but that has to be charged up. The Master Sword. Yeah, there goes my Zelda hot takes.
Yeah, I could never get. It's funny because like I see that it's a good game.
What game are we talking about?
And it's a game that I
The new
really want to
Zelda.
play, but that shit would drive me nuts. That would piss me off to a point where I would be like, okay, I'm done. Let's play
Apparently,
something.
this Steven, Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
Apparently,
Because like you go out and you get this badass sword, looks sick, and you're like, oh, I get 3 swings with it. But that took me like 6 hours to climb a fucking mountain to get to.
Right? Because that's the whole thing about Breath of the Wild. Like, I always get so distracted exploring, but like, you climb up this, you just climb in, like, you get a weapon, and you actually walk into a boss fight, and you're like, oh, this boss fight, I'm kind of fucked because I don't have enough swords on me. I can't just, when a sword breaks, just pull a new one out.
I mean, pretty much, right? Like, that's the thing that's always bothered me about that game. It's like, what made them decide to do a shitty game design to do that? I mean, I'm sorry, it really is. It's a shitty game design.
It's really artificial difficulty and a pain in the ass for no real reason. Yeah, like if they wanted to do that, there were way better ways to do it.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, especially you could have had like a default weapon that never breaks. that fine, not as good, but at least gives you something.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you could have had like ways to repair the guns if you find a weapon, because that's a big thing. You find a weapon you really like, and then 5 swings later, it's like, nope, yep, that's it for that.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's just, I like Breath of the Wild, but the durability system's frustrating. But apparently in the Steam emulator, not to promote it again, there's a mod that gets rid of the whole durability shit, which,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
of course. But of
'cause
course,
they're
that
thinking
probably
that.
breaks the whole game, though.
I mean, probably does.
Oh,
I
get in
haven't
there,
tried
Diva,
it yet.
get in there.
Because when it comes to setting up Steam, I mean, here's the thing. Every emulator is a pain in the ass to set up, except Dolphin.
Yeah, but Dolphin doesn't have the best compatibility either, though.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you know, it's again, it is what it is. Like, man, you are good with those Diva ults. Well, shit, we've almost been going for 2 hours. Anybody got anything else?
The KFC
Besides
console
my
is
internet
fantastic.
sucking? No, not really.
KFC console is gonna be the best console on earth. You can cook your chicken
Right.
for
buying it right
$4,000.
I'm buying it right now. They already got my pre-order.
Dude, I think I even read they're only making like fucking 20 of them or something like that. It's totally a meme. Like, you know, they're gonna give a few out and sell a few, and some people are gonna make some videos. Look at my new KFC thing, and it's gonna die off. But you know, whatever.
Here's my Kentucky Fried Chicken console.
If they want to do it, they could do it, man. Go for it. KF console. I'll be waiting for the Taco Bell one.
I mean, would a Taco Bell console be bad? Hypothetically.
Depends on how bad the KFC one is. Now we can have fast food console wars.
You could deep fry your burritos and shit as you're gaming. Next, what's next?
And then
Corman's gonna come out with their shit.
And then McDonald's comes out with one.
Now, the Taco Bell console is gonna make it so like when you play for more than 3 hours, you have to shit yourself.
Can I say this? Like, fuck you, Discovery. One thing I'm gonna say, they put everything into a paywall. All their good shows are now on a paywall.
Oh, really? Like the Discovery Channel?
Yeah, for $4.99. Yeah, they put all their shows, all the ID shit that I like to watch, on a paywall. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? I was gonna say that in the show, like, hot take, like, what are you doing, Discovery? You're making everybody pay for your shit.
Well, this is a problem with the streaming industry in general now. Like, fucking, I love that meme where guy's looking at Netflix on his computer and he's like, oh, and he walks over to this chest and he's got this pirate hat. He's like, I don't need you anymore, buddy. And then he's looking at the screen and there's 15 different streaming services, and he walks back to the chest and pulls out his pirate hat that's all got cobwebs on it and shit. It's like, I missed you. It's so true. It's like, you fucking assholes. And people warned you fuckers about this. If you all try and jump on the bandwagon and make your own streaming service, you're just going to push people to either piracy or not buying it because like they don't want to buy 10 different streaming services. Jesus.
I just had to consolidate my internet and my TV to get a cheaper price I had to get their streaming TV service, which is not bad. Spectrum has the most channels, just like what I used to have. For streaming, I'm paying only, what is it, $60 for their whole package. Not a big deal. But at the same moment, I'm like, I'm getting real tired of these streaming services going, oh, hey, guess what, guys? Gee Willikers, we're going to take off all of our shit off our shit. And we're going to...
Yeah, we want another $5 or $10 a month from you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's like, I've already paid for Netflix. I already paid for Hulu. Well, no, I paid for their big package with
Right.
It comes with Disney Plus and all that. But I'm just sitting here just going like, that's a lot of money on top of you're paying for streaming, TV, and also on top of your internet. Like, I don't know, man. And then if you're in my boat, you pay for Xbox stuff. And it's like, come on.
Well, this is the thing.
How much
it's like
more nickeling and diming you can do?
Most people are only going to buy 1, 2, or maybe 3 services. And so all these companies are going to lose out because instead of getting, 50% or whatever, 30 to 60% of the money they would have gotten per subscriber because they had their shit on either Netflix or Amazon or whatever. It's like, yeah, you get 100% of it now, but you're going to get fucking 1/10 the amount of customers because they're just not going to want to buy this many streaming services. They just want to buy Amazon Prime or, God, yeah, it's...
There's too many to keep up with. That's why I only have like a few streaming services, like a few, like 2 or 3.
Well, out of all of them right now, Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime to an extent has pretty good shit. Like they keep my interest.
And Prime at least rotates their stuff really often.
I mean, Prime is sort of just because I already have Amazon, like Prime for shipment stuff, so I already get it.
Yes.
Like, anyways, that's why
that's why we have it too. The only reason we had Prime was for the shipping stuff, and so we got the TV for free. And then my parents fell in love with the TV because, like, my dad loves, he watches Psych or The Americans or whatever TV show that's on there. And then with movies, it's great because the movies are never gone; they're always there if you want to rent them. And it's it's a little spendy, but it's not too bad. It's like $3 to $4 each movie. But they rotate what they have on Prime constantly, so like there's always a new batch of movies to watch for free. Which like Netflix used to do that, but their selection on shit has just been tanking lately, which is a shame.
I mean, Netflix.
What service?
Netflix.
Netflix has good stuff, but it's not like those action shows like they used to have.
Well, and their movie selection, like they used to have a damn huge selection of movies available on their streaming. But fucking ever since like a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that, the amount of movies each cycle has been dropping and dropping and dropping. And they're trying to get people on their Netflix original stuff, but it's like only, 1 out of every 10 of those things is any decent. Like, Extracted was really good. But how many other Netflix original movies have you watched in the last year that was as good as that? It's not a lot.
One with
Yeah,
Helmsworth. There was another one that I watched. Yeah, there was a few.
Yeah, that one was really good. But
Ryan Reynolds, I enjoyed that movie.
Oh yeah. The crazy,
but I get where you're coming
6.
From.
But yeah, it's like 2 out of the 20 that they released.
But you're watching AT&T literally go in and say, well, Warner Brothers, because originally Wonder Woman was supposed to be a Netflix thing. It was never going to be an HBO Max thing. And what AT&T did was they offered a deal that Warner Brothers couldn't pass. And now you're starting to see like the new Denzel Washington movie that's coming out is from Warner Brothers Studios, only exclusive to, HBO Max. And I'm sitting here just going, it's kind of a lot of people that come over to Netflix are all expecting Warner Brothers stuff. So what's happening?
It's stupid because now? I'm not going to pay for HBO Max just to watch the new Denzel Washington movie. I don't like him that much.
Right.
like who's going to do that? And so, yeah, it's
and then
silliness.
like, for instance, Paramount, for instance, I believe it was Amazon paid a lot of money to Eddie Murphy and his team to
Right,
have
for
Coming to America too.
yeah.
And so what is going to happen? Are we going to just have to net pick between what do we pay for and what we don't?
Well,
It's coming
that's
to
what
that
they're
point.
trying. It's the same thing that happened with mobile cell phone companies.
Right.
You know, but that net never works out. I mean, yeah, somebody
No.
wins, but like everybody else loses, and then you end up in a shitty situation where one company has 90% of the market share,
And that's
instead
what's
of
happening with Disney at the moment.
yep, and
Disney
instead
owns
of
that kind of
working out a
share.
deal where you get, 50% of the profit made from watching all your movies, you're scrimping to get 5% because by the time you started to make a deal with them, they've got 90% of the market share.
Yeah. I just think, like I wish like these streaming TV services would offer up, all these, with their packages. Like, oh, here's HBO Max if you want it. Here's a package for it. They don't. And, I would pay $10 more for that package if they offered it. They don't. And you're
I mean, you
forced into
can with
buying
Amazon, but but again, it's still
it's
you're
a little
paying more
ridiculous.
and more and more. If you want HBO and
And
ABC
Hulu
or
just went up
CBS or
dramatically in
whatever.
price too, just recently too. That was the thing. Their TV and their service went up by like $2-3, and that's a lot of money to some people, especially with people out of the job at the moment.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is the time for streaming services to shine, and looks like they're doing everything in their power to kill themselves off, or at least most of them off. Like I said, obviously one or two of them is going to make it, but the rest of them, it's like fuck, man.
It's not that they're killing so all people are just going to segregate themselves into the
Well, yeah,
ones they
but
want.
that means a loss of market share, and eventually one of them will win. That's the problem. When you segregate the market share like that, one of them eventually gets so powerful. This is how Facebook won.
That's how HBO, that's how HD DVD and Blu-ray did. Like they segregated off certain things with certain companies, right? And then HD DVD just couldn't keep up with the pressure anymore, and they just said, "Yep, we're giving up. Bye. We're out of the game." And no, it wasn't because of the porn industry. It was because of what happened with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers was the last deciding factor, and they just went boom out. Went over to Blu-ray.
Porn has been the most influential up till now, but right about when HD DVD and Blu-ray came out, porn had really just disappeared from the physical market space. They went all and really they led the way in that too, because they were the first ones that were streaming. They were streaming before it was cool.
Yeah, but streaming is gonna become a fuck all eventually. Like these TV places and then the things. It's just I don't understand. They want people to cut the cord, but then they go do the opposite over on the other side. Here's our streaming TV service, but you cut the cord, but you're still paying the same.
And it's not comparable. That's if you buy all of the services now, it's way more expensive than cable TV was. You could get a pretty good cable TV package for like $40 or $50, and you throw in like HBO and a few of the other movie channels, and okay, you're up to like 60 or 70. But now, if you want all the fucking if you want fucking Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney, HBO, CBS or whatever,
DC app.
Yeah, and then the couple other random ones, dude, you're already at fucking almost $100 a month.
No, actually, I'll actually correct you with that. You're actually, because I totaled it. So, right. So, I'll give you a little fun fact. So, between my internet and that, right? So, it's about $130 per month, right? Between the two services. Then you start adding in HBO, which is $9 a month, right?
Yep.
Then you add in Disney, which
That's
is
like
$12.99 a month.
Yep.
Because you got to get the bundle because, you want to watch your Nat Geo Wild and all this other stuff because they hook you in. Now with Discovery Plus, because of all the, I like watching the old, murder shows and, the Charles Manson stuff and whatnot. I find that stuff interesting to an extent. $4.99 on top of that with extra shows. Gordon Ramsay's going to be on it. I'm like, Hell's Kitchen is moving over to this? What?
Wait, what's going on?
Hell's Kitchen's moving over to the HBO Plus, moving over to Discovery Plus.
Why?
He's moving his show over to it. under their. I guess they paid him a bunch of money.
Yeah, they offered him a good amount.
Like the Fixer Upper show, right? That show that was popular for a long time on HGTV.
I think so.
Yeah, that's gonna be exclusive now.
Flippers? No.
Yeah, House Flipper. Those two.
Yeah,
people,
there was a couple of them, but I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, those
the
are
real
be
popular
all
one
on the app. Yeah, they're pulling a lot of things off of HGTV. Period.
Shit.
Like the Property Brothers, things that I watch. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Half of their collection is gonna be gone. Like it just boggles my mind. Like I get $4.99, but then that's gonna go up to $9.99. You watch when they don't get enough subscribers.
I'm sorry, guys. Are we still on the show?
We are. Yeah.
Okay.
We're just talking about streaming TV services. Sorry, I brought it up.
No.
Cool.
It's fine. It's fine. I had to dip out because my internet kept fucking dropping. So, typical.
I don't know. What do you think about all these streaming services and all these exclusive things they're doing to get you to buy their service?
I think it's fucking dumb that AMC is doing commercials on their network when you're paying for their network exclusively. Like if you're paying a premium, you better not get fucking commercials. And AMC says fuck everybody, you're getting commercials anyways. Bitch, I am not paying for your service to go fucking watch
extra to get rid of it.
Best Buy. No, they're not getting rid of it. That's the thing. You're paying the same price, if not more, that you'd be paying for like Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Hulu, right?
It's regular no matter what. Yeah.
So Hulu to get rid of their ads, right? So this is what they do, and they charge you $2 more to get rid of the ads, all of it.
Well, yeah, we pay the plus price or whatever the fuck, and still that's not as much as what AMC wants to charge.
How much is AMC charging for their stuff?
Let me see. The last time I looked, it was like $13.99, I think.
$13.99. That is some highway robbery to me. But that's the same price as Hulu. That's the same price as Hulu Plus, though. Hulu does that with Disney Plus and all that included.
Yeah,
that bundle.
But Hulu's good.
Well, yes, they are. They have pretty good series, and
you go to AMC. AMC is just hot garbage.
What do they got on there anyway? That's like you have to pay $13.
They have BBC America, aired on IFC, Sundance TV, Shudder, Sundance Now, and IFC Films Unlimited.
I get that all with Spectrum.
So I'm looking at get AMC Plus service now, and getting it on. You could get it on Sling, Xfinity, all these. How come it's not showing? Oh, here we go. Prime Video channels. What is their add-on price? Because Val discovered it the other night, and she refuses to pay for them anymore when she found out about it.
Right.
I'm looking for it. I really am. What the fuck? Oh, okay. So for per thing that they have on AMC is all broken down from fitness, Prime member deals. So it's a mixed bag, actually. It goes from anywhere from like $9.99 for television stuff to like $1 a month. So by the time you're said and done, you're paying for everything. It's probably going to be around the $30 mark from what I'm seeing. And you're still getting commercials on anything that's AMC networked available. Yeah, it's not good. They have a separate pricing for only the good stuff called exclusive access. They got separate pricings for movies only and horror. Yeah, they even put horror on a separate thing and drama on a separate thing and specials on a separate thing and Epic Worlds on a separate thing. So like if you were to buy into the entire subscription thing of all of them, it'd probably be about like $40 a month, which isn't bad, but like you're getting commercials and you shouldn't be getting commercials.
Not for a $40 a month
service. No, not for If it was without the commercials, I'd actually consider it because there's a lot of cool shit on here. But if I had to rate AMC versus Hulu all day. Hulu's exclusives are a hell of a lot better than fucking AMC hot garbage.
Amazon
Prime. I've been watching The Maiden's Tale. I've been watching that Pete Dickinson show from SNL. That teacher show, whatever, with the young kid or whatever it is. That drama. They got a lot of good shit for the money. And
Parasite is on Hulu.
Like they have a lot of good shit.
All right. Anybody else have anything else?
No, not really.
I think that was about it. Like I said, it was pretty skimpy. Looking through the pickings today.
I have one thing I'm gonna be. I know I'm gonna do this week.
What? Play more Destiny?
Obviously, no, but I'm gonna beat Dark Souls 3 hopefully, and once I beat Dark Souls 3, I'm gonna use an emulator to play a certain game, and then that's it. That's all I got.
What certain game?
I'm done waiting. Persona 3 FES. I can't wait anymore, so I'm just gonna emulate it, and then if it comes out on Steam, great, I'll buy it. But I'm just gonna emulate it.
Good about a Vita.
I don't care. Vita's too expensive. I'll emulate it.
You're not wrong with that. Vitas are kind of expensive lately.
Yeah, there's limited supply of them. So.
Yeah, some monkey was trying to sell me it for like $150 Canadian. I'm like, no.
Well, what does it come with though? Did that come with everything, or was that just the console?
Just the console.
Yeah. If that came with like a good sized memory card and shit, that'd probably be worth it. But what are you gonna do?
Emulation's the savior. That's the moral of the story.
Oh, all right then. I guess thanks everybody for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
Augers.